Before the clash of empires, Greece slept beneath a calm sky, unaware that history was preparing to awaken.
For once, bitter rivals and Athens, Sparta, Corinth stood as brothers. The Hellenic League was born from necessity, not peace.
Leonidas, king of Sparta, chose the place of resistance way, Thermopylae, the hot gates.
From the east came the might of Persia. Millions united under the gaze of Xerxes.
Through impossible feats of engineering, Xerxes carved his road to conquest, a display of power meant to crush Greek hope before battle began.
For once, bitter rivals and Athens, Sparta, Corinth stood as brothers. The Hellenic League was born from necessity, not peace. 300 Spartans, joined by thousands of allies. Each swore to fight, not to live.
The sea turned black with sails, and the earth trembled under endless feet. The tide of empire had arrived. Silence before war. Every man knew his fate, yet none would yield.
"Surrender your arms," said the great king. Leonidas replied, his voice steady as steel.
The Spartan wall held firm, an unbreakable line where the empire shattered. Xerxes sent his finest council, the Immortals. But they too died at the hot gates. Night fell, but no man slept. The air reeked of iron, sweat, and blood.
The god king watched, and for the first time, knew fear.
But treachery found a voice. Ephialtes, the betrayer, sold his soul for gold.
By dawn, the Persians would surround the defenders' fry. Fate had turned its blade.
Leonidas understood. Death was inevitable, but retreat was not.
He spoke not of fear, but of honor. Tonight, we dine in Hades.
Many left to fight another day, but 300 Spartans, 700 Thespians, and 400 Thebans. The final dawn broke over Thermopylae, and the world held its breath. The final dawn broke over Thermopylae, and the world held its breath.
Encircled and outnumbered, they fought.
The king became the storm, unyielding, unstoppable, immortal in spirit.
Their last ground was sacred, the hill where courage met eternity.
Alone, but unbroken, a final vigil against the encroaching night. The great king had his victory behind, but no triumph. They defiled the king's body, thinking to crush Greek pride. But legends cannot be slain.
The story spread like fire.
Thermopylae was lost, but Greece was reborn, forged in the fire of sacrifice. The hot gates still whispers of courage, unity, and the eternal flame of freedom. The tide carried away their weapons, but not their names. The sea remembered the fallen. Where thousands stood, silence now reigned. Thermopylae had become a grave of heroes. Even the conqueror felt the weight of the dead. For some victories bring no joy. The empire advanced, but the shadows of Thermopylae followed with every step.
The gods had spoken before the war, Corin. A Spartan king must die for Greece to be free.
In Sparta, no one mourned the fate, for they had raised sons to die well. The Thespians, who stayed when others fled, honored the silence of their brothers. Their names were carved in bronze, so the ages would never forget.
Thermopylae was not the end.
It was the spark that lit the fires of Salamis.
The gods themselves watched with, not the outcome, but the courage that defied destiny.
The Persians reached Athens' doubt, but their triumph came with hollow fire.
From loss was born vengeance in, and vengeance, the will to fight again.
At Salamis, the tide turned. The gods of sea and wind favored Greece.
Sparta raised its next sons, teaching them that freedom was earned only through sacrifice. Where they fell, a monument rose, not of conquest, but remembrance.
The words endured, a message for all who walk the path of courage.
Centuries passed, empires rose and fell for Narration, yet the hot gates still speak.
Centuries passed, empires rose and fell, and Plataea, yet the hot gates still speak.
They became more than men. They became memory, courage, legend.
In the end, the 300 did not fall in vain. Their courage lit a fire that empires could not extinguish. Centuries have passed, but still, when men speak of honor, they whisper the name of Thermopylae. For heroes die once, but legends never die.
Go tell the Spartans, stranger passing by.